the sultry Nairobi night of 1997, while the city buzzed with the chaos of matatus and the aroma of nyama choma, a man named Charles Omondi, better known as Chacho, was about to pull off one of Kenya's most audacious heists. This wasn't your typical smash and grab. No, there were no guns, no masks, just pure, unadulterated cunning. Picture a heist so smooth it could have been choreographed by a Bollywood director, with Chacho as the star, dancing his way to a cool $1 million, equivalent to 54 million Kenyan shillings at the time. Buckle up for a true crime tale that's equal parts thrilling, absurd, and downright hilarious. Chacho wasn't your stereotypical criminal mastermind. He didn't have a lair or a pet hyena. By all accounts, he was a regular guy from Jkia County with a knack for noticing things others missed. Think of him as the guy who'd spot a loose thread on your shirt and, instead of pointing it out, unravel your entire wardrobe for profit. His target? The Kenya Air Freight Handling Limited at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, a place where cash moved faster than a tout calling passengers for a Thika-bound matatu. How did Chacho know about the cash? Insider info, baby. Someone on the inside, maybe a disgruntled employee tired of lukewarm tea in the break room, spilled the beans about a massive cash shipment. Chacho, with the instincts of a hyena sniffing out leftovers, saw his chance. The plan was simple. Get in, get the money, get out. No violence, no drama. Just a financial waltz under the airport's flickering fluorescent lights. On the night of the heist, jkia was a hive of activity. Porters hauling luggage, travelers haggling over duty-free Tusker, and security guards probably daydreaming about their next chai break. Chacho, cool as a cucumber in a fridge, slipped into the scene. Details of how he did it are murky. The man's no snitch, and neither are the archives. But imagine him strolling through the cargo area, maybe whistling a Benga tune, blending in like he was just there to pick up a cousin's lost suitcase. Using his insider tip, Chacho navigated the labyrinth of crates and conveyor belts to the cash stash. No alarms were tripped, no guards were knocked out. It was as if the money was waiting for him, whispering, "Take me, Chacho, I'm yours." In a matter of minutes, he bagged $1 million in cold, hard cash. Picture him hoisting a duffel bag over his shoulder, the weight of his future pulling at his grin. He didn't run. He sauntered out, probably tipping his imaginary hat to a confused porter on his way. The best part? Nobody realized the money was gone until hours later. By the time the airport staff were scratching their heads, Chacho was halfway to Tanzania, likely sipping a soda in a roadside kiosk, chuckling at his own audacity. Chacho's escape to Tanzania was the stuff of legend. He crossed the border like a seasoned smuggler, blending into the chaos of Namanga. But here's where the story gets funny. Chacho didn't exactly live the high life in Dar es Salaam. No penthouses or gold-plated chapatis for him. Instead, he laid low, probably debating whether to invest his loot in a Boda empire or a Mireya export business. Meanwhile, back in Kenya, the police were in a frenzy, their walkie-talkies crackling with orders to find this ghost who'd vanished with a fortune. But Chacho's luck ran out in 1998. The cops, likely fueled by endless cups of tea and bruised egos, tracked him to Nairobi's Buruburu estate. Picture the scene. Chacho, maybe enjoying a plate of ugali and sukuma wiki, suddenly surrounded by officers who were not amused by his charm. The arrest was swift, and the headline screamed, $1 million thief nabbed. Kenyans, ever the fans of a good story, were torn between outrage and secret admiration. This guy stole $1 million without a gun? Respect, whispered some over their beers at local joints. Chacho's time in the slammer could have been the end of his story, but fate had other plans. In 2002, a presidential pardon, probably signed with a flourish by a politician who appreciated a good plot twist, set him free. Chacho emerged not as a broken man, but as a guy ready to rewrite his script. He vanished into the shadows, avoiding the limelight like a cat dodging a Nairobi downpour. By 2013, he resurfaced, trying his hand at politics in Jkia County. So spoiler, the voters weren't ready to elect a former heist king, and his campaign flopped harder than a badly timed Shama contribution. But Chacho didn't sulk. By 2017, he transformed into a respectable businessman and philanthropist in Ugunja Township. The guy who once swiped $1 million was now building bridges, not literally, but you get the vibe, helping his community and dodging questions about his past with the finesse of a seasoned politician. Locals whispered about his generosity, but nobody dared ask, "Yo, Chacho, where's the rest of that cash?" He'd just smile, probably thinking, if only they knew.